Hey guys,
Get smart.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Thomas.
This is Thomas and Jack Do Movies. What are we doing in today's video, Thomas?
We are going to be ranking the new releases we saw in the past 3 months.
3 months.
Wait.
And if you can count and if you know your months, that's January, February, and April, alright? So, we saw six... in March.
It took me a second. I was like, what?
I said if you know your months. Anyway, so we saw 6 movies. At the bottom half of the list are the 3 I saw. At the top half are his because he's very biased. Anyway, so at the bottom, at the very bottom, number 6 is the Lego Movie 2. Now, it's got some pretty good reviews from critics and stuff, but personally, I didn't enjoy it a whole lot. Like, it was fun, had a few good jokes.
The name's Rex Dangervest, galaxy defending archaeologist, cowboy, and raptor trainer. I don't get it.
It's just not near as funny or as fun as the Batman movie, Lego Batman.
That was a great movie.
Or just the first Lego movie. And that Ninjago movie, whatever you have to say about it, it's hilarious. You know, whether you like it or not, it is hilarious. It's still funnier than the Lego Movie 2. So it's my least favorite Lego movie, and that's why it's at number 6. Now, number 5 is Captain Marvel. I do agree, this is probably at the lower end of the list. Not a terrible movie, but it's also not a great Marvel movie. Yeah. It's just, you know, there's things I liked and there's things I didn't like, and it's just so controversial. That's why I didn't do a big review on it, but I have my opinions. He has his, but it's just not great. So that's why it's at number 5. Number 4 is How to Train Your Dragon 3. I love this trilogy. This is probably my second favorite animated trilogy after Toy Story, I have to say. Great ending to the trilogy. It's just so... They end it on a good note. It's not like everyone dies and then they end it. It's not like all the dragons die and then they end it. It just ends good for the humans and good for the dragons. It's such a good movie. And it's definitely more kid-friendly than the second How to Train Your Dragon. But
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's really fun.
All right. So coming in at number 3 is a Netflix movie which have improved in quality greatly over the past year, The Highwaymen. So I may be a little biased toward this movie because it's actually about the guys who hunt down Bonnie and Clyde. And there was a Bonnie and Clyde shootout in the town we live in called Joplin. And they mentioned that in the movie, but I just love this movie. It has a good story. And it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe some of you guys have seen Zero Dark 30, but it's kind of like that where it's slow paced, but it's got enough to keep you entertained in the middle. And I think it's better than Zero Dark 30, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But it's good, and it has great acting, and it has Woody Harrelson. I mean, it's got to have some good jokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, The Highwaymen, just a great movie. If you even have any mild interest in Bonnie and Clyde, I would highly recommend this movie. And coming in number 2 is Glass. So now I think I did a review on Glass. Maybe.
I think
don't know.
Did. You ranked the trilogy.
I ranked the trilogy, yeah.
In this video, I'm going to be ranking and going over the Unbreakable trilogy since we got Glass a while.
But I love Glass. I mean, it is probably going to be up there in my favorite movies of the year. Such a phenomenal movie. I mean, just the way it was done. There are haters for it, but you know what? Haters, just go jump in a lake.
Haters as in 70% of the Rotten Tomatoes critics. But according to the audience score, isn't the audience score like 80?
I don't think it's quite 80, but it's better than it's really good.
I've heard it's good, especially from him.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I need to see it.
Coming in at number 1. Now, this may surprise some of you guys because it has Ben Affleck, and you know that I don't love Ben Affleck, but it's Triple Frontier, and this movie was so awesome. It's fun, it has a good story, it has great action, it has military guys, and it's a heist movie all in one. But sometimes when there's so much of stuff in one movie, it's not good. But they make it to where there's so much of it in one, and it is good. It's about a group of not Marines, I don't even remember their rank or their branch, but it's about a group of ex-military guys that go on a heist and rob a drug lord. I mean, how can you not love that setup?
That sounds great.
And, you know, it does have Ben Affleck, but this is the best Ben Affleck performance I've seen in a long time. Like, terrible. But it is just so good, and that is why it is on my number 1 for the past 3 months that we saw movies in theaters and new releases. And it's also a Netflix movie, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. They have upped in quality.
Yeah, so that's the 6 movies 6 new releases that we saw for these 3 months. Hopefully we'll do this every 3 months. I'm hoping to do that. So then we'll have April, May, and June.
Those are
the
going
next
to be
3.
packed.
Yeah, packed. And we got Shazam. We got Pet Sematary. Hopefully I'm going to see that. Endgame. Just got all these movies. There's so many more. Godzilla.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll do that every 3 months. Tell us what you thought. Tell us what your ranking is of these 6 movies and what other movies you saw in January, February, and March.
Maybe you saw Us.
Yeah, might have seen Us. I want to see that. But so yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We've been. I don't know. This is Thomas and Jack 2 movies. I don't know what I was.
Where are we going with that?
We've been I have no idea.
Check out our Shazam review.
Shazam is awesome.
Yeah.
Bye.